Hi everybody, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, so today is a twofer day, so we're doing two today. How was your day? Mine was good. So we're going to talk, let me just do a little clarification, just real tiny quick about the Laura Lee video I made. I've seen some of the comments where people say that Laura Lee basically, stole the iPad from the other person. And I get that. I was just doing commentary on the regifting situation is all. I wasn't like talking about the whole generalized thing, what had happened. So I did want to talk a little bit about, hold on, let me just angle you. Whatevs. But I did want to talk just a little bit about James Charles and his inappropriate tweet. What do you say? All I want for Christmas is a good dick to suck. It's like, girl. First of all, I don't know where, is he 19, 20? Yes. But I don't know where you thought, why? I don't understand why he tweeted that, to be honest. It's like, ew, and it's got nothing to do with him, his sexuality. I mean, if, man that wasn't gay put up there, all I want is a good, pee to suck, I would be just as like ewed about it. So that's completely irrelevant to me. It's just ew. Thank you for letting us know what you're interested in. We appreciate that. But no, on a very serious note, so I did watch Dustin Daly's video on it, and he brought up a hell of a lot of good points about it. He really did, and I completely agreed with a lot that he said. There are a couple of things that I do want to say, though, is, I want to be realistic here just for a second. I like to, sometimes bring a little realism to the table, or not realism, but just a different point of view. And a lot of people will come at it, because I just know how it is. They're going to say, well, parents should be watching their kids, or parents should be, a lot of the things that I got with my Twitter when I tweeted to Here for the Tea, people were commenting, go watch your kids. And I'm like, my youngest is 16. And they're like, well, 16-year-olds need supervision. But anyway, parents, when it comes to, because James Charles following is a lot of youngins. I mean, 90% of it probably is younger people. It's just his demographic. Now, as far as being a parent to 5 kids, let me just assure you this. And my youngest is 16, so I do have teenagers, and I've been through the rodeo because my other kids are 20, and I've explained before that I've had to revamp some of my parenting skills when it came to my younger ones, because the times have changed so much. They've changed to, when my other kids were younger, there wasn't all this shit. I mean, there was, MySpace maybe, but there wasn't all the cell phone crap or whatever. But I'm going to just be completely honest. For people to jump out and say, because people came for James Charles saying, ew, your audience is young. Why would you put that? Your demographic is young. That's just disgusting. And so people hit back with, well, parents should watch what their kids follow. Here, ride with me on this train for a second. There's 2 issues that I have with that, okay? Number one, do you literally think that parents can, monitor 100% of who their kids are following on social media? No, they can't. Because life is life. People's lives are busy. Parents work. There's babysitters involved. There's grandparents involved. You just can't. I mean, things happen. Your kids are at school. They have friends, and their friends on their phones and stuff like that. It's a shit show. So don't come at parents saying that, well, the parents should be monitoring their kids, because let's be real. Let's be real. You can't 100% know every single solitary thing your kids are doing. You can't. And if you say you can, you're full of shit. You are absolutely full of shit. Unless you got your kid on lockdown and you got cameras all up on them all the time. They got secrets. They got, maybe you can get that little SpongeBob Confess-a-Bear toy. I don't know, but they got secrets. They do. So you don't know everything. And then your kid has friends, and it's just, they're going to see it. Secondly, I want to point out also, how the hell do you think James Charles is famous? He's a YouTuber. It's not like he's on commercials and shit. How do you think kids know who the hell he is? Through the internet. Duh. Do you think that through? I mean, this is what it bothers me about some people and their commentary about, well, parents should be watching their kids. How the fuck do you think James Charles is known? Through YouTube. And how do you think that is? Social media. Hello? You know? Hello? How do you think all these, you know, tweens and youngins want James Charles palette? It wasn't advertised with the CoverGirl ad on TV. It's not, you know, in any commercials. It's not popping up, you know, it's just ridiculous. I mean, yeah, people see it like at Ulta if they go to Ulta, but okay, so it's Morphe palette. They're going to know who James Charles is. You know, that's just my realism on it. You know, I mean, let's just be realistic. And then we're going to talk about why that's just a stupid thing to, you know, tweet out. And that's why I say, I call Twitter shitter, because people say a lot of shit up in there. That just things that you just, it's like, I don't understand when, it's the same thing like in the comment section. And I always catch good giggles, especially Nick Snyder is notorious for, and Dustin Daly does it too, but Nick does it more, where they'll, you know, tweet what somebody put in their comments, and I'm sitting there looking like, did that person even think that through before they commented that? It's the same thing applies for Twitter. It's just like something, you know, like a little brain fart goes in their head, and they're like, oh, I'm going to tweet that. It's a thing, it's spur of the moment, not thought through, and that's just how it happens. But I think that was an extremely, extremely inappropriate tweet, you know, especially because of his demographic. Now we're going to talk about what Dustin had said on his video, which 100% correct. I agree with him wholeheartedly on this, is that Jeffree Star says shit like that. But Jeffree Star is in his 30s. So, I mean, coming from a 19-year-old and then coming from a 30-year-old, there is a difference. No, I'm not saying, I mean, it's just, if my 19-year-old said that, I'd be kind of pissed. If my 30-year-old son said that or daughter said that, I'd be like, you know, they're whatevs, you know. But, and Jeffree Star's demographic is different. However, Jeffree Star does have a lot of teenagers following him also. But that isn't what Jeffree Star says, isn't new behavior for him. It's something that he's always done. You know, so it's not like, oh, shocking. You expect shit like that from Jeffree Star. You don't expect something like that from James Charles. You know, so that is my take on it. And maybe James Charles thinks it's okay because Jeffree does it, and he doesn't get any flack for it. Jeffree Star talks about weed. Jeffree Star talks about, you know, he's got definitely a sexual fetish. You know, he's a very sexually active man. That's okay. Whatever you do, you want to be a nympho, you go, boy. I don't give a shit. I don't care what y'all do when you're in your bedroom. I don't care. But he is more of an adult than James Charles. So that's why I think it is just that much more worse, James Charles doing it. And his demographic is way, he has more young demographic than Jeffree Star. And I want to thank Dustin personally. Thank you for saying, you know, that Jeffree Star has older followers, like 20s, 30s. And then he said even older than 30s. Thank you, because I'm 43 and I follow his ass. And I do occasionally get comments here, you know, from time to time, old lady, and whatever. And I'm like, listen, I'm 43 years old, but that doesn't mean I can't be trendy and keep up with the times. And do, first of all, I got teenagers, so I'm up with the shit, you know. But it doesn't mean I'm irrelevant because of a certain age, you know. It's like, whatever. But again, it is what it is. But that is my thoughts on the whole entire situation. And I think he also had the same thing with Snapchat. James Charles did it also on Snapchat, inappropriate shit. And which a very good portion of youth are Snapchatters. I mean, I have Snapchat, but I really only use it for the filter. Once in a while, I will do Snapchat stories just because I love the filters. I think they're hilarious. They're fun for me. I love the shit out of Snapchat because it's just so much fun for me. Love the filters. Love to take funny pictures. Love to make little things, even with the kids, you know, with Billy and Holly. I love to do little things with them. So yeah. I have Snapchat, but not a lot of people in my age range have Snapchat, so that is more of the youth demographic. So then, again, that's what makes it even worse. But Jeffree Star does shit on Snapchat, too. But, again, he is more of an adult than James Charles. I realize after the age of 18, you're an adult. But there's that, you know, that line. That line. And, yeah, he's not above that line yet. So that's my thoughts, and I'm not trying to, you know, hate on James Charles. I don't, you know, but I just think he should rethink a few things too. So I hope these guys are having a wonderful evening, and I got 51 more people to go. By the end of this video, it'll probably be 58 more people to go over 1,000 because I always lose subscribers every time I upload a video. I don't know why. Who am I? Do I smell? I'm kidding. Kisses to you all.